So again, our topic is about active learning strategies, no, fun and meaningful ways for children to learn. Active learning strategies are essential in early childhood education because young learners develop knowledge, skills, and values through meaningful engagement rather than passive listening. Children learn best when they are actively involved in exploring their environment, asking questions, expressing ideas, and participating in hands-on activities. These strategies support the holistic development of children, including their cognitive, social, emotional, and physical growth. So future teachers must recognize that learning in early childhood classroom happens through play, interaction, and guided discovery. Active learning creates a safe and stimulating environment where children feel motivated to participate and develop confidence in their abilities. Active learning also reflects the professional responsibility of early childhood educators to design experiences that are developmentally appropriate and responsive to children's needs. Again, teachers serve as a facilitator who guide children in exploring concepts, solving problems, and building relationship with others. Classroom practices such as storytelling, learning centers, role-playing, and interactive games help children develop foundational skills in communication, creativity, and critical thinking. And these strategies prepare children not only for academic success, but also for lifelong learning. So at this point, I will allow the presenter to discuss the specific active learning strategies and practical techniques that can be applied effectively in early childhood classroom. Go ahead, ma'am.
Mapagpalang araw po, Doc. Mapagpalang araw po, classmates. My topic is about active learning strategies. What is active learning strategies? It is a method where students are actively or experientially involved in the learning process, doing more than just passively listening. It means it emphasizes engagement and participation rather than passive reception of knowledge. Core principles. Learners benefit most from active participation. Activity wires the brain, establishing foundational skills. Quality of engagement surpasses quantity of consumption. Next slide. Theoretical foundations. Rooted in cognitive psychology, emphasizing direct experience and doing more to foster neural development and deeper understanding. Active versus passive learning. Active means students are engaged, doing, and thinking. But passive learning is students are passive recipients, primarily listening. Why it is important? Because it unlocks students' potential for deeper understanding. Next slide po. Inquiry-based learning. Children learn by asking questions. They explore, observe, and discover answers. The teacher guides them while they think and investigate. This builds curiosity and critical thinking skills. Inquiry-based learning is when children learn by asking questions. For example, instead of directly telling the answer, the teacher asks, "What do you think will happen if we mix these colors?" After that, the children explore, observe, and discover the answer by themselves. In this strategy, the teacher acts as a guide, and this is helps develop curiosity and critical thinking skills. Next slide po. Problem-based learning. Learning starts with a simple life problem. Children work together to find solutions. They talk, share ideas, and think carefully. This improves teamwork and problem-solving skills. It means it starts with problem-based learning. It starts with a simple real-life problem. For example, how can we keep our classroom clean? And this is the problem. So students work together to think of solutions. They share ideas and discuss what to do. This strategy improves teamwork, communication skills, and problem-solving skills. Next slide po. The third is jigsaw method. Jigsaw method is a cooperative learning strategy where students work in small groups and each student is responsible for learning one part of the lesson. Meaning, each student is assigned part of lesson. They become an expert on that part. After studying their assigned topic, they return to their group and teach it to their classmates. And it is called jigsaw. Why? Because each student represents one piece of the puzzle. When all students share their knowledge, the complete lesson is formed. This strategy helps students develop teamwork, communication skills, and confidence. It also makes learning more interactive and student-centered. Next slide po. Think, pair, share. Think, pair, share is a strategy where students think, pair, and share. What is think? Think about a question individually. Pair with a partner to discuss their answers. Share their ideas with the whole class. This method encourages participation and gives students time to think before speaking. Next slide po. Peer instruction. Peer instruction is when students explain concepts to one another. Instead of the teacher explaining everything, students discuss another's and help clarify misunderstandings among themselves. It promotes deeper understanding because often learn better from their classmates. Meaning, peer instruction is explain lessons to each other. They discuss answers and help their classmates understand difficult topics. This strategy strengthens understanding and builds collaboration. Next slide po. Role playing. Role playing is a strategy where students act out real life situations or scenarios. For example, they may act as a teacher, doctor, community helper, or story character. In these methods, students act out situations related to the lesson. By performing roles, they understand the topic better. This makes learning fun and interactive. Next slide po. Project-based learnings. Children work on a project for several days or weeks. They create drawings, models, posters, or simple reports. They present their work to the class. This builds creativity, confidence, and responsibility. Meaning, project-based learnings is when children work on a project for several days or work. For example, they are making a poster about animals or creating a simple model of the solar system. At the end, they present their work to the class. This builds confidence and responsibility as a student. Next slide po. Experiential and hands-on learning. Children learn by doing activities. For example, except experiments, role-playing, art, and games. They use their hands and senses while learning. This helps them understand and remember lessons better. That's all po. Thank you. Ay,
Okay. Active learning strategies help our young develop essential skills through direct participation and meaningful experiences. Early childhood learners now understand concepts more effectively when they engage in activities rather than simply listening to instruction. Let's say, for example, when teaching numbers, a teacher may use counting games with blocks, toys, or classroom objects instead of relying only on verbal explanation. Children can count their classmates around objects in groups or participate in interactive songs that involve numbers. These activities help children connect abstract concept to real life experiences. And this approach also increase children's interest and motivation to learn. Active learning also strengthens children's social and emotional development through interaction and collaboration. Activities such as group storytelling, dramatic play, and cooperative games allow children to express themselves and work with others. For instance, during a role-playing activity where children pretend to run a small store, they learn communication, sharing, and problem-solving skills. And these experiences teach children how to interact respectfully and build positive relationship. Teachers plays an important role in guiding children and providing encouragement during these activities. Such as strategies help create a supportive and inclusive learning environment. So, active learning prepares future teachers to become effective facilitators who support the developmental needs of young learners. Early childhood educators must design lessons that encourage exploration, creativity, and participation. Let's say, for example, a teacher may create learning stations where children explore shapes through puzzles, no, drawing, and building activities. And these stations allow children to learn at their own pace while developing independence and confidence. Again, no, active learning also help teachers observe children's progress and identify their strengths and needs. As future early childhood educators, you need to understanding and applying active learning strategies will help you create meaningful learning experiences that support children's overall growth and readiness for lifelong learning. Okay?